Welcome back to Super-Duperville, episode 14, Shipping Rails. I am Mike of Dragon Rider Gaming. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for coming and watching a City Skylines video. Appreciate it greatly. Today we have 3 goals to obtain. Number 1, we're going to be terraforming the area around Shippendales. That's going to include the North Shoreline and some of the area to the east of the harbor area. Number 2, we're going to be developing Shippendales roads and zones, putting down residential and businesses in the areas that we're terraforming. And finally, once we get all that set up, we're going to then set up the railroads for Shippendales. So we're going to bring in the railroads from the east and west, probably install a railroad system around Stutopia, probably with Roundabout Builder. That's a good idea. I think I'll do that. And we'll create a junction just south of Shippendales, and then we'll bring that junction into the harbor area. We don't have the cargo. We have the cargo harbor right now. We don't have the cargo hub yet. The cargo hub will come when we hit 48,000 sims. And we'll see how much closer we can get to that in this episode. So here's where we left off. I had about $720,000. I'm going to turn the city on and get it going. And hopefully get some residential demand back up while we go up here and do our things. We're going to shoot right up to Shippendales. Not going to be spending any time in Stutopia at all tonight. But here's what I want to do. I want to terraform this only because I want this shoreline to be a little bit sharper. This is a really gradual shoreline, but I'd like it maybe not as sharp as we did for the cargo harbor here, but this kind of elevation and pitch, if you will, is something that I would like to see. And as well along here, we want to expand this out just a little bit more so that we can get a couple rows maybe of people in here. We'll see what happens. So before I start on that, I did notice here going across the city here, we have some berms here that have built up after we put in the roundabouts around the city. I think there were some on the other side. Yeah, we got some over here as well, and some down here, just a little one. So I'm gonna, at the same time I'm terraforming up there, I'm gonna switch this over. I'm gonna put on the smooth tool, increase my brush size, drop my strength some. We don't need it that strong, and we'll just click on this area and push it back, right? And push that level back, and it makes those things disappear. Blends it in a little bit better, and I think that looks a lot better. So we're going to do that to those areas and over here. Let's get on the right area if we can find it here. Here we go. Just blend all that back, and I'm actually going to push this back too. And because I want to terraform, I want to expand Shippendales out in this area as well. So I'd like this to have a little bit of a smoother edge on it. That'll work. Now I'm going to switch to my level tool. I'm going to select the level up here. I'm going to drop the brush size down to something like that. We'll leave the brush strength up, that's fine. And actually I want to click over here and make sure we have the right level of things. And then we're just going to really just bump it out. We're not going to change the water line that much. But I think just bumping that out, giving a little bit of a sharper edge, is going to allow houses and stuff to get in here and sit really close to the water. That's my goal, is to get the housing nice and right along the water there, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull this back on the level some, and then we'll blend this back in, because we just want about that much area, really, the area to come around there. So let's switch back to the smooth tool, and we'll just smooth this back out a little bit. Blend that back in, nice. Go back to the level tool. And we'll shoot across onto this side and do the same thing. I'm actually going to bring this corner out too, because this is kind of a tight corner there, right? And we're going to be bringing our railroad in. And my idea for the railroad is to have it run in right alongside this road. I was actually thinking about putting it underground and having it pop up out here and connect in. But I think running alongside this road is logical and probably the most practical application for a railroad to be put in there. So, and I'm not worried about water rising up too much, because we're not really expanding the water line all that much. We are a little bit here, but you know, where we terraformed over here, it's just really moving the top of the soil out. We're really just adding some to the top here and dumping it in the water or whatnot, but let's go out a little bit here. We will do that here. That'll cause a little bit of a ruckus. Hopefully not too much. We don't need it all super sharp around here. We can do that, but let's get a nice curved area out here so when we put the road in, we can have them sit out towards that area. So that's good. Thinking that's fairly decent. Nice shoreline, nice high shoreline, so that if we do get tsunamis, they have a little bit of a border there. It's not going to do much protection at all, honestly. All right, excellent. So that's in place. So now I'm going to put the roads in on this side, and we're going to kind of have a split here. You know what? I'm going to pause it real quick. I'm going to change the design of this just slightly, in that I'm going to keep a two-way road coming all the way up to here and then split it off up here, I think, for the, whatever we want to call this, the radiator. It kind of looks like a radiator. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually take out this one-way road on the inside here. And I actually would like to move these over as well, but I think I'll just leave those in place. I don't know. Upgrade this road. We had that as a two-way road, right? So we're going to upgrade this all the way back to there. Yeah, I like that better. A little bit more condensed, a little bit more compact for the area. And do we do just a simple T-junction here? I'd like to actually do a branch off, so let me actually change that back to a... Well, yeah, I'm actually going to delete this. And I'm going to go up part way with the one-way road, or two-way road, to about, say, there. And then, whoops, I stopped clicking on the wrong thing. Then switch to my one-way road, come off at a 45, switch it to curve tool, come off at like a 45, and right into there. And then we should be able to bring that one straight back, whoop, bring that straight back in here. Is that fairly straight? Yeah, that's fairly straight. Looks like it bumped over just a little bit. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. Now that's straight in. Perfect. And hopefully, yeah, that's turning both ways, so we'll just jump into Traffic Manager real quick. We didn't do this the last time on the... Whoops, we don't want dedicated. We actually want to click on that and say, nope, no left turns. You just keep going straight. So these guys will join in here. These guys will come up here and just get right into the network. Gives us a little bit more area to work with, I think, on this side. And then if you remember how I set this up originally, we have a 4-lane two-way road here, right, that comes down, and right at the crest, the tangent, if you will, of this curve, it drops to a 2-lane one-way road, two-lane two-way road. I will say this right. One day I will get all this stuff right. So I'm going to split it off from here, basically, and bring this out and build up this section, and I'll go into a speed mode build and be right back. All right, excellent. So we got our water in place. I do it a funky way. Do I have to do it like that? Of course not. I could have built a completely separate network and called it a day. So I think it's about time we get some citizens moving in here, right? So what I'm thinking is probably in this area along the highway here, I'm going to put businesses because they don't care about the noise from the highway and such, right? And of course over here near the pollution, we're going to put some businesses and stuff. And then I think I'm going to do like probably a high-rise, a high-density residential area in the middle here. And then some residents along the outside, especially along the shoreline, we'll do low density. And then down here, I'm thinking kind of like a business cluster in the middle. And then residents all around it, kind of a thing. So we'll do that. I'll do that, lay that in, and I'll be right back. Oh, we got to put in... we got to put in our services as well. So we have our garbage. Our garbage is well covered for that area. A little bit more gray down here, but I think that still that should be good for garbage for the most part. Let's look at healthcare. We have no healthcare on this side of the city, so we could put in a clinic like that. We got, let's see here, what else do we have? Do we have any other small places? I got a small clinic or an advanced crematorium. How much of an area is a small clinic going to cover? Not much at all. But I imagine one on each of these sides would probably be more than enough to cover these guys. So let me just do a regular clinic, I think, out here, just a regular medical clinic. We'll put that on the main road coming in, so it kind of splits the difference between there. Geez, that doesn't have any coverage at all. I put it there and it says it has coverage, but then, oh, okay, I had to get in place. Yeah, that covers pretty much most of that area. And I'm thinking kind of the same thing, like on this main strip on the inside. And that should cover most of those guys. So let's see when he gets in place. Yeah, that covers for the most part that area, so that's good. Probably should have a crematorium down this way as well. I'm thinking just right across the street from the health place, right? Why not? Let's see how far out that covers. Yeah, that covers pretty good. We could put one over here as well, I guess. Don't know that we need one that close, but hey, heck, what the heck? We'll put one in there. Down to 640,000. Okay, so let's get some fire coverage out here. You know, these guys don't have fire coverage either, and I think it's important to have that over this way. Let's see here. Should we put it on the same street as these guys and just kind of keep these guys over here? I think that's a good idea. We'll put it a little bit more towards the middle so that these guys can react and get up there. Oh, you know what, though? With a line of trucks coming out, that's going to be clogged up. I really think it's actually going to be better suited here. Yeah. Yeah. So that way all these guys are going to be in the middle here. We'll do the same thing with police. We'll put a police place here. This should cover... Oh, yeah, that covers these guys pretty good. Right across the street from the firehouse. I like it. I like it. Do we need police over here? Probably could use some. Not going to hurt. Right? And a firehouse. This guy's got a great view. Look at this view these guys got. Right there on the water. Beautiful. That's amazing. Crematorium burning up some bodies. I love it. Do it up, buddy. Okay, so now that I got the basics in place... Oh, we need education. Let's get some education down over here. We're going to have like businesses downtown here, so I think that'd be a good spot for a grade school and high school too, yeah? So we'll do a grade school. Let's do it like right here on the corner. And that way he could service that side. That will work. Should we put one up here too? This is going to be downtown, like high rise. I don't want them near the pollution, right? So let's put them over here. Yeah, I'm going to put them there. And then, so both those sides now have those guys, but a high school. Ooh, boy. We could probably put a high school out here. Oh, wait. That's a university. What am I doing? High school. Here we go. I kind of want him downtown, too. So it's easy to get to them, not far from the grade school. Yeah, I'm going to do it right there. And that's going to cover that whole side. And just down the street from the police, we'll put the high school here. So the kids have a cool looking thing to look out. And then the grade school, or elementary, I'm sorry, I keep calling it grade school. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm thinking they can back up to the highway, right? Yeah, we're going to put them over here. One over there and maybe one down here. Same deal. Yeah, that's getting us some good coverage of grade school and elementary people. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now that I got all that put in, now let's get some residents down. I'm going to lay this out. I'll be right back. Sweet. Well, that's a start. That's going to get things rolling in the areas. And, yeah. But next, I think, on the list is getting these railroads in place. And I'm going to buy this last square up in this upper corner. $31,800. And that way we just have a nice, easy thing. Now, I said I'm going to do this with Roundabout Builder, didn't I? And I think we can still do it with Roundabout Builder, if I remember correctly. I don't know. We'll have to see here. I'm going to go in here and do amusement park. Turn that off. I don't know if that's going to help or not. I had trouble finding the center of city when I was doing the other roundabouts, and I don't know if a bigger roundabout would, or a bigger intersection will allow me to tag that correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one in. I'll probably bring it a little bit of a ways away. Bring it in straight like this. And then inside of here, I'm thinking of doing an entirely raised railroad right on the outskirts of this outer road. So it crests over top of this bridge and clears that just fine. And goes around the entire city. It's a nice circular pattern around the city. And then I just need to tap these in on either side of it. And then do our T-junction up here, and we'll be all set. And we'll actually be in really good shape. I'm tempted to redo this. Oh, I can't do that because I can't buy those. I was really wanting to redo this railroad right down the edge of the highway here and bring it straight in just like this. Nah, oh well. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Let me get the railroad in place. I actually am going to pause it during this because I have no idea if this is going to work. Because I haven't put down a railroad and try to make it elevated. I have not tried to put down an elevated road, I should say, with Roundabout Builder. So we're going to try it. What the heck? What the heck? We're going to try this. Go to Roundabout Builder. Get out of amusement park. We want transportation. We want trains. We want train track. It does do a train track. That is awesome. Okay. Radius of 40. Okay, so after much trial and error, I finally got it. The only way I was able to get this to go in place with this crazy circle stuff, and it changes to this darker circle when you elevate the road, was to zoom in on my center point all the way in here, and I literally counted the slats, these little slats, to even up everything on each edge of it and center this thing and click it in place. And it's still just a hair off. Oh, I will never remember to not do that. it's still just a hair off. It's a little bit further out to the right than it is on the left. You look at the gap there between the railroad and the pedestrian walkway path, and you come to this side, and it's just a little bit, it's like right over top of it. It's right there. It's like right there. So, I mean, I could select the entire node and shift this thing. It would take me forever to select this thing. I'm happy with that, seriously. So now we have the problem of it being actually elevated dirt. But this should be easily fixed if I am correct. I go in here, select this. We have selected elevated, forced elevated, and I go to upgrade. Yes, there we go. So it will upgrade that track. It's not going to put down pillars, unfortunately, every space that I want it to, but yeah. So I got to go around and do this, and I will be right back. Excellent. So there we go. We got the railroad system in. It's connected to both sides. These are pretty tight T-junctions here. I might actually change this and split them off back here and make them a little bit bigger and a nice bigger loop so that the trains don't have a chance of getting backed up here. We'll see. It's hard to tell from this angle right now. This one's really tight. I don't like that one at all. It's hard to tell right now until I see a train come through whether or not this is too big or too small, or big enough, I should say. Hopefully a train comes in. Let's go out and see if we can find a train. Come on, trains. Where are you, buddy? No trains out here. Let's go to the other side. Maybe there's a train coming in from the other side. Miss him? No, maybe there's no trains yet. Well, I don't like that either. You know what? This is another trick and tip, if you will. If you have a mod like Camera Beyond Borders, I'll put the name of it on the screen, that you can zoom out here. You can use Move It Mod, and you see how close this node is to the edge of the screen? Well, when they spawn here. So if a train is trying to come out and is stuck by a train trying to come in, it locks everything up. So what you can do is just make sure you know where the next node is, and you can turn on snapping here so it doesn't move out of the way too much. Just move this down, give that entrance node a little bit more room, and that should be more than enough there. We'll actually bump it over a little bit more. That should be enough room for a train to spawn and come in and not have the possibility of getting locked up. I'm going to go over here and do the same thing over here because I bet, oh yeah, look how close that one is. Oh Jesus, ridiculous. I'm actually going to move this one back and over a little bit, and then I'll move this one up. So that should work. Yeah, that's a lot better. Autosave, sip of lemonade. Excellent, got one in this round. So sorry about jerking all around here. I'm trying to find a train. I can't believe we don't have trains. Okay, well, I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill in some more of this in residential and businesses. Get this set up.
Geologists predict that a sinkhole could strike at any minute.
Oh no!
Residents should take precautionary
Sinkhole!
measures.
Oh no! We have a disaster that hit. You have not built the required disaster detection service to get more information about this disaster. I could have swore we did. I could have swore we built everything. Hang on one second. I gotta figure this out. I swear we built everything. Earthquake sensor. So it must be hitting outside of Stutopia, which we're okay with, whatever. Wherever it might be hitting, it ain't here. So if it's in the old city, so be it, we'll figure it out. This is going to be interesting to see. Oh, here it comes. Oh, it landed outside the city, thank goodness.
A sinkhole has occurred somewhere in the city. Stay out of harm's way and contact authorities with any information.
That's cool. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode. This is a pretty quick one, I think, as we take a little tour around Shippendales. Or no, Shippendales! I gotta say it like that, that's right. In our little residential area here off to the east of the harbor. Nice shot of Stutopia in the background there. Look at that city, it's coming along very nicely. As we cruise along to the high-rise section, we got our little high-density residential and commercial over here. That's looking really good. And our little bouncy castle house place at the end of the roundabout. And then into the cargo harbor of Shippendales. And look at that, we're getting a cargo ship on the old screen. That's awesome. And then we get a shot of our railroad system that we put in place with the ring around the city. And then over into the North Shore residential area. So this looks really cool. I like the way this is coming together. If you like how this is coming together, drop me a like. How's that for a segue? If you dislike it, dislike it. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Until next time, this is Mike of Dragon Rider Gaming. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye, everybody.